Hey, Joe.
Hey, David. Good afternoon.
Hey.
Good evening.
Hey, how are you?
Doing well, and you?
Good, good. We'll get started in a few minutes.
Okay. By the way, I had to call Trade Station again this morning. There was because I've been having problem trying to fund this account,
Okay.
and they said that the problem is I explained exactly what the issue is, and they said could be the internet provider. So it could be the browser. So I
Okay.
changed from Google to Firefox, tried to do it again tonight because they send me a different, they send me the docs via email so I
Mm-hmm.
can sign in from there, and it still
Okay.
doesn't work. So I'm still to square one
All
or
right.
zero.
We'll take a look at it when we get together
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here. Hmm. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started, and
Okay.
if anyone else join us, still that's fine.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go over. I see there's Mo and Anthony also here.
Okay.
We'll go ahead. Welcome, guys. We're gonna go ahead and just get started. And on Thursdays, as you guys know, we talk about basically the stock market options, and we'll also spend a little time on Bitcoin and also Forex, because there are some developments happening in those areas. The biggest thing we want to take a look at for stocks is the volatility index. And as you guys know, that's what we focus on when we look to trade stocks. So we first start with the volatility index, the VIX. And as you know, as the VIX goes down, right, as the volatility goes down, okay, stocks and the equity markets will go up. Okay, so we want the VIX to come down, and it has been. It's been making lower highs and lower lows, and it continues to go down. All right. Anything under, I would say anything under 20, 25, 20 is very bullish for the markets. Okay. So when the market's really correcting, okay, or is making a move down, okay, to the downside, then we'll get these type of moves to the upside here on the VIX. Okay, so as traders of the market, of the equity market, stock market, ideally, the ideal condition for the for the equity markets is that the VIX is low and it's at the trading at the bottom in that area here. We don't trade the VIX, we just use it as a gauge for the equity markets. Okay, so right now the VIX is trading right at this support line here, this purple support line. So it's bearish, it's got red candles here. If it breaks this line here, that's what we're looking for right now, and it's getting really close. It's at, right now the VIX is at 1653. So it's getting really close to break this purple support, bearish support right here. If it does, it will get to right perhaps 12, 13, that area there, and then that's very, very bullish. So we can trade stocks right now with confidence. Okay, we can trade stock with confidence. Remember, most of the stocks will follow the VIX, but additionally will follow the major indexes. So let's take a look at the major indexes, the Dow. So we want to go through this process at least once a week. Okay, we want to know what the VIX is doing, and we also want to know what the major indexes are doing also. All right. And so just know that 90%, if not higher, of stocks will follow the VIX and the major indexes. So we always want to know what's happening with those. Okay, so here is the Dow. The Dow gave us a buy signal, which is really good. We broke resistance right here. This purple line is our resistance line. Give us a buy signal. Actually, I'm sorry. And here's our resistance right here. This yellow resistance line here. Price broke that resistance line. And where this triangle is right here was our buy signal to get in. And we're in on the Dow. The Dow has given a buy signal. So right now the Dow is at 35,739. So that's good for stocks. Okay. When we have a sell signal like we did here, this area here is not good for stocks. Okay. This choppy area here, trading between resistance and support is not good. We want to break out. We want a buy signal to have confidence in trading the equity markets. The next index is the S&P. So that was the Dow, the S&P. So same thing with the S&P. We got a buy signal on a break of resistance. Okay, so this yellow line right here, guys, is your resistance line. And we got a buy signal, this triangle right here. When price broke that resistance, okay, is when we got a buy signal right here, and our price is moving higher. That makes sense? Yeah. All right. So we got a buy signal here, price is moving higher. So we've got a buy on the Dow, a buy signal on the Dow. Okay, buy signal on the Dow, buy signal on the S&P. All right. And the last one is the NASDAQ. We also want a buy signal on the NASDAQ. Now we can start trading. I say if you get at least one of the indexes given a buy signal and the VIX is moving lower, that's good. You can trade, feel confident in trading stocks. But if we can get all three, that's good. That's really good. So we got a buy signal today, guys. So we got a buy signal today on a break. There's resistance on a break of this resistance right here. And guess what? We got a buy signal right here. And now the price is moving higher. All right. So this is a great environment for stocks, guys. Great environment for stocks. All right. So we got, again, the VIX is bearish. We want the VIX to continue to come down. The lower the VIX comes down, the higher prices will go. Okay, the higher the Dow will go. All right, the S&P and the NASDAQ. And again, we got buy signals in those. Okay, and the markets are making all-time highs. All right, so the Dow, S&P, and the NASDAQ are all making all-time highs. So when we look at any market or any instrument that's making all-time highs. Guess what? They've broken a resistance, and now there's no resistance above to stop price. So they can really move to the upside. Okay. Let's take a look at the sectors. So remember, we want to take a look at the VIX, what the VIX are doing. Then the major indexes. This is before we trade any stocks, guys. This is before we trade any stocks. All right. So what the VIX is doing, what the major indexes are doing. So if we're going to be buying stocks, we want those major indexes to line up with buy signals. So they're breaking to the upside. And then we want to take a look at the sectors. Okay. So the volatility index, okay, the major indexes, Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ. And now we want to look at the sectors. The sectors are the different groups where the stocks are associated with. So like energy, here's energy right here. That's an energy sector. Financial, okay. Technology is right here. Consumer staples is right here. Real estate, utilities, healthcare, biotech, transportation. So you get the idea. All right. So if we look here, we see the major indexes are all up, blue and up. If it's blue, that means it's moving up. Red, it's moving down. Okay, so those indexes are all up. And then we can look to see that the sectors, if we look here, all these sectors are up, right? A couple of weeks ago, guys, we probably had, I think, 3 or 4 sectors that are up. All the rest were down. Now we've got a lot of, you remember that, Joe? Now we've got a lot more sectors that are moving to the upside. Okay, so these are all sectors that we could buy, we can get into. So we want to find the stocks within these sectors here. All right, the top sector is energy, and energy has been the top sector for a while now. All right, so if you look at these numbers here are our trending numbers. These are trending numbers. Okay, anything above yellow, okay, anything above yellow is trending. Anything above yellow, I'm sorry, anything above 20 and yellow, anything above 20 and yellow is trending. The higher the number, the higher the trend. If it's below 20 and red, it's consolidating. All right, so let's take a look at energy here. That's our top trending sector, right? 33, 90 right here. So let's click on it and we'll see. Here was our buy signal right here. And this is on a daily time frame. Here was our buy signal on the energy sector, the XLE buy signal right here on a break of this resistance. And now price is moving higher. Okay, all green candles. So this looks really good above the moving average buy signal. We have no sell signal. So that looks really good. All right, that's the energy sector.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the top sector right now. So we should, if we're trading, if we want to be in the market, equity markets, okay, stock market, we should be in the energy stocks. Otherwise, we're missing out on this move. Okay, because all your energy stocks will follow the energy sector. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, the next top sector is consumer discretionary, right? So that's number 30. That's the XLY. That's the XLY, and that's almost parabolic here. So here's the buy signal right here. Price retraced a bit, held the support, and now it's all the way up here. So we should be looking for stocks within the consumer discretionary. Okay, and then the next sector is, let's see here, real estate has been performing well. That's at 26. So 26 right here. Still doesn't have a buy signal, but price is moving higher. Okay, healthcare, these are sectors are starting to develop. Okay, they were selling off and now they're starting to develop. Okay, let's see here. But the ones, this one here, energy and consumer staples, discretionary, those would be the two that you want to put capital to work. Okay, technology is starting to develop higher. So 25 here. Okay, that just gave a buy signal a few days ago. And here is resistance right here. And what we want to look at, guys, as a good example, if you look here, so this is technology, right? The NASDAQ, so the NASDAQ gave a buy signal. We know that the NASDAQ represents mostly technology stocks, right? So the NASDAQ gave a buy signal. And now we have the technology sector, okay? The technology sector also giving a buy signal. So that's very strong. So that's an early move. And that's beautiful, man. When you can see this where the NASDAQ, all right, the NASDAQ composite give a buy signal here.
Yeah.
And then the sector, the tech sector here, right? Right? Also give a buy signal here. That's powerful. So we should definitely, we want to be on top of technology stocks. The cool thing about it is that this is an early move. This is an early move. So let's take a look at the systems. So Stock Boss. So let's see here. Stock Boss. Remember, Stock Boss runs every day at the end of the day. So we've got some energy stocks here. Let's bring this out a bit here. All right. So here's an energy stock here. So this ran, let's see here. This ran at 4:30 today. So at 4:30, right, we got some new opportunities, and Stock Boss ran, Hitseeker ran automatically with Stock Boss. So here is a stock. Here is, let's see here. Okay. So GTE buy signal here, and it's moving higher, right? The buy signal came around 67, and now it's at 89, and that's moving higher. PED, that's another one here. That's another energy. There's a buy signal here. It's retraced a bit, but still holding. And remember, energy has been running for a while. What I really want to take a look at are these energy technology stocks. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 technology stocks. And so we know the NASDAQ just gave a buy signal. The sector just gave a buy signal. So price is starting to move. There's nothing here yet. Let's take a look at this one. All right. This one gave a buy signal all the way down here. Gap, oh boy, that's not looking good. I don't like that. Okay, that's a much better one here. So this is a really cheap one here. So here is it traded at what 5 cents, moved all the way down, give a buy signal right here at about 1 cent. Okay, and that's a really cheap stock. When you get these here, guys, and they've given buy signals, you can jump on those because they're really cheap.
Yeah.
Here's another one here. If you guys look here, so the price came from, let's do this here. Oh, wow. Okay. So this trade fell from, let me put up a monthly chart here. Monthly chart. Okay. So that is the same. All right. All right. So this fell from $14 all the way from $14. Now it's at $1.83.
Oh
All right.
God.
And that's with that's a technology stock. And so let's put it back on the daily here. So that's pretty good, guys. So what that means, the institutions are starting to build positions. It fell quite a bit, the buy signal came in right at $1.46 was the buy signal right here. And now it's at $1.80, $1.83. These are great opportunities when we get them. Okay. And that's within technology. So if this gets back to anywhere up in this area of $4 or $5 higher, that could be some good opportunities there. Notice that it never gave a buy signal, guys. So price was moving lower, right? Price is moving lower here, and it never gave a buy signal until price broke resistance right here. So this was in a markdown phase,
Yeah.
redistribution. Every time it's breaking support, it's in a redistribution phase until it got in this area here, where now it's in the accumulation phase. It's in the accumulation phase, right? We got a broke resistance. Oh. Right. So this is our accumulation phase here. Price is trading between support and resistance. And we want to wait for the signal, for the buy signal from the system. One second here. Get rid of this. Any questions on this?
It looks like it's all coming together, David.
It's making sense?
Yeah, when you're talking about it and I'm watching it based on the different levels that you're in during the process, I see it now with the markdown phase and how it just basically almost like a pyramid. So when it's coming down on the other end, it's just hitting all those support and resistance lines, but on the negative side coming down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So if you guys, if it's just remember there are two sides of trading, right? So there is the long side and there's the short side. Okay. So on the short side, we should be either out, totally out, or if we're going to short, like on Forex, we could short, right? On equities too. But if we short in, we want to be shorting on the right side of the chart. Just remember that. If we're going to be shorting, we want to short on the right side of the chart. If we're going to be going long, we want to be going long on the left side of the chart. Okay, left side of the chart, green candles, we're in the markup phase. This will keep you guys safe, but mainly it will keep your emotions in check. Okay, and you'll always be on the right side of the trade. Okay, always be on the right side. So here is the markdown phase. We should not be buying, we should be out. Okay, we should be out. And then here, right, we're getting into the markup phase, so we should be buying. Okay. Okay, so that's critical. That's important to know, right? What happens is this: when we are on the right side of the trade, your confidence will increase. And by your confidence increasing your trades, you'll have better trades, and then we make money. It's funny how that works, huh?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at another one here. The last one here. So here's another technology stock here. Here was the buy signal here. Notice with this one, it did the same thing here, right? And this is a good example. So we want to be, this is the markup phase here. This is the markup phase here. Notice all green candles. We want yellow support and resistance, yellow support and resistance. Purple support and resistance means we get in a change in direction within the trend, lower highs, lower lows. Okay, so here is where we should be buying. Here was our sell signal. So here was our buy signal on the break of this resistance. You see this resistance line here, all right? Yeah. And we got a sell signal right here on the break of support, the support line here to get out. And now we're out. And guess what? We never got another buy signal. So as price is moving lower, right, we're out and waiting for the next buy signal here, which finally came in here on a break of this resistance here in the markup phase. Now, this is crazy. This was a crazy move here, right? That's a big spike. I have no idea what happened here, all right? But, I mean, based on what's happening here, there's a lot of volume came in. I don't know if that's institutional buying. I don't think usually when the institutions buy, this looks more like a pump and dump because when the institutions buy, they really accumulate like this. They don't push the price up and then drop back down. So this might have been news related, is what I'm thinking. Okay. All right, so that's Stock Boss. Let's take a look at Bullmaster. Let's see what's happening here in Bullmaster. So, you know, with Stock Boss, the trades that we get are $6 and under. With Bullmaster, the stocks are higher, $10 and higher. We'll go up to about $500. But energy stocks, let's take a look at energy stocks with Bullmaster here. So usually you'll get more opportunities in Bullmaster because we're tracking more stocks.
Is there more volatility on Bullmaster than there is?
I would say there's perhaps more volatility in the cheaper stocks in Stock Boss.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're cheaper. So yeah, the moves will much higher. With Bullmaster, those are higher price stocks. So when we use Bullmaster, a lot of the options or option traders will use that because the stocks are too expensive to really buy. You know, they don't want to trade a $200 stock, but you can trade the options on those stocks. Okay. Let's see here. Here's another energy. Here's an energy stock here. You see, this is what we want right here. See the buy signal here? And you see how the institutions are just holding the stock. So it's not a spike. They're holding the stock and it just keeps climbing higher. Okay, that's energy. And like I said, energy has been the top sector for a while. Here's another energy stock. So as long as we stay within those sectors, we are fine. I love this when I see this. You know, I love these guys when I see this here. And with your systems, just, I mean, look at this. And when you see this, it gives you a lot of trust in the process. I mean, here was a buy signal here. Just follow me for a second here. Mm-hmm. Here was a buy signal here on a break of this resistance right here. So price gave a buy signal here, retraced a bit. Okay, moved higher, but never really developed into a trade, broke support. So we know when price breaks support, the shorts are in, the shorts are back in control when price breaks support, which was right here, right? This yellow support and resistance line, this yellow support line here, price broke support and we got a sell signal to get out. This is just absolutely beautiful trading. So we got a sell signal to get out. We got a sell signal. We got out on a break of support because guess what? The buyers are no longer in control, right? The shorts are in control. Now we got a red candle here. We got out and look what happened.
Yeah.
Right, the price fell, right? And we didn't get another blue buy signal until here. We got a buy signal here, and now we're in the markup phase, taking it up again. All right, so that it protected us. We had a small loss. So we want small losses, big wins. Small losses, big wins. All right. So when I see that, that just always gives me just a warm fuzzy feeling. All right. There's nothing here. Here's another energy stock here. All right. So like I said, energy has been the top sector here, and that's just awesome trading here. So here was a buy signal at 212. We got a sell signal on this break of support right here at $20. Okay, $20. So buy signal was 212, 227, right at here, 212, 220. Sell signal right here. Price came down in the markdown phase, never gave us a buy signal to enter. And we got our next buy signal was here in the accumulation phase. This is the accumulation phase right there. Okay, right here, we got a buy signal here to take the price higher again. So the buy signal came in right at $20 and change, and right now it's at $32. Right, so just awesome trading. I want to take a look at technology, and then we'll take a look at Bitcoin and Forex. So let's take a look at, I'm just curious to see what technology is doing. And we've got a ton of technology stocks in HeatSeeker for Bullmaster. So all these stocks right here, guys, are technology stocks. All right. And if we go here, remember the NASDAQ has a buy signal. And when we take a look at the sector, the technology sector, right, the tech sector right here, the XLK has a buy signal. So that's a green light. That's a green light to start buying the technology stock. So and I haven't taken a look at this. So let's see what we have here. So there's a ton, all this right here is technology stocks right here. And then this is the subsector here. You don't have to be concerned with this, just as long as it's in the main group, sector group right here. So that we'll go through some of these charts here. Just want to see what's happening here. So here price came down. It doesn't have a buy signal yet, but we're starting to get green candles. And here is resistance here. So if price moves higher, we could get a buy signal. So when you have these like this, just put these on your watch list. Okay, just put this on your watch list and wait for the buy signal to get in. It's setting up pretty nice. I mean, that's great setup right here. It's a lot cheaper now, right? Got a sell signal, let it drop. We want it to drop. Okay, we want to buy low, sell high, right? We want to buy low, let it drop, give a buy signal, and then move higher. There's another one here. That one gave a buy signal. Right, so this is at $230, give a buy signal. If you don't want to buy the stock, buy the option, all right? We'll just go through this. Here's another one here, buy signal right here. Break up this resistance, buy signal at 37, and now it's at 44. And you'll start to see the consistency with what's with these technology stocks. Another one here, buy signal here. Remember, these are early buy signals because we just got a buy signal on the index, the major index, the NASDAQ, and on the sector. And that's the way we want to trade, guys. We don't want to.
And last couple charts that you showed us, there was not much retracing. You got the signal and shut up right up. There was not like this one, for example. Now there's some little bit of retracing, but the previous one there was no retrace.
Yeah, that's a good point. You will see when it lines up with the index, it lines up with the sector. What that means is that the institutions are buying these guys. There's money coming into that market, the broad market. So the Nasdaq, there's money coming into that. It's not happening by accident, right? There's money coming flow. They call it money flow. It's coming into that index and coming into the sector. So you will notice that there's a lot of confidence in these moves. You're absolutely right that these stocks will move. Here is another one here. And this is a gap up. Here is a buy signal here, and you'll have more than enough to choose from, guys, when you do this. You can't trade all of them, you know. So here was a buy signal here on this break of resistance at 29. It's at 37, and we'll just let it run. All right. Here's another one here. Here was a buy signal here. This one started moving early. It gapped up, buy signal here, and guess what? It's just moving. You know, buy signal came in at 115. It's at 189, and it's just moving. So imagine if you had that stock or options, right? MQ. Here is another one here. Buy signal here. That's an early move. Here's another one here. That's a continuation. So it's in the reaccumulation phase. And I'll just go through these. We have a lot of technology stocks. I'm really liking how the technology stocks are moving. It looks like they will be, the technology will overtake energy the way they're performing right now. So here's another one here, buy signal. So if we are randomly looking for stocks, you want to find this. If you're in the wrong sector, right? And if we are trading, let's say the Nasdaq, if the Nasdaq doesn't have a buy signal and the sector doesn't have a buy signal, we will not have this type of price action here, right?
Can I ask you a question? It might be a stupid question, but in terms of trading the stock at regular price and doing it with options, I know that with the options you control 1,000 shares, but what is the reward in terms of like return between the two?
Oh, I mean, the return on options is, I mean, it's night and day when you compare it to the stock. It's night and day. Okay. The thing about options is that they will give you leverage, more leverage, right?
Okay.
So take, for instance, this previous stock here. Which one was it? Okay, so here, so this one here, I mean, that's $120 per share, right? In order to make a lot of money in this, you need a serious amount of capital. Not a serious amount of capital, but you need a decent amount of capital, right? But you could get the option. You might get a $2 option on this stock, right? So, and then the move is greater. The only risk, the biggest risk with your option, and as you know, Anthony, is that you have it will expire. It can expire. Okay. Right. So with these here, with our Bullmaster, especially we trading these on a daily time frame, you could do lips. So you could do longer expiration where it might you might get an option, a call option, where it expires in 6 months. Okay, so we got the overall direction, so we can get a cheap option where, hey, we know that, hey, we're looking at, we might get it at 120, but we're targeting 200 and get it cheap rather than buying the expensive stocks, right? We can trade the option and get in at a cheaper price. And all we're doing is we ride in the underlying move. Okay, we ride in the underlying move of that stock. All right.
And then if it expires, then
Where we would get out before it expires.
what's the worst case scenario like if it expires?
Well, you lose your capital. So
Okay,
whatever,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah, you can't
Whatever you
lose.
invest, you can lose.
Yeah, what, so let's say you put in $500 on that trade.
Right.
Okay, 500, let's say 500 might make you, 3,000, right?
Okay, yeah,
But if it expires, worthless. If it doesn't go up, you'll have periods where you can get out, right? But if it doesn't, let's say it doesn't have that move, yeah, then you just lose your $500.
okay.
Yeah. So let's see. I just want to go through a few of these here. So technology, I'm telling you guys, technology looks really strong. And going into the fourth quarter, always keep in mind that the fourth quarter is really good for the markets. It's no accident that we get in, look at this. It's no accident that we get in a buy signal here going into November, because the fourth quarter is generally the biggest quarter for the market. Okay. So October, November, December, that's usually the best quarter for the year for stocks. Okay, so this is setting up really nice, guys. I mean, we've got buy signals going in. Technology is usually your best, because you got to think, right? All these iPhones for Christmas, right? Christmas holidays, right? All these iPhones are going to be sold, computers, right? For Christmas, right? For the holidays, TVs, all of that stuff, right? So technology usually will do really, really well. It's usually the best sector, okay, going into the fourth quarter. And so when we know that, right, when everything lines up, right? And so we want the seasonality, we call that seasonality, right? When the seasons line up, okay, and then when it lines up with our system, boy, we've got something powerful. So we know the fourth quarter is coming through, the buy-in, the holidays, buy-in, people are going to be spending money. Technology companies are going to be they'll basically make their year in the fourth quarter. Okay, a lot of them will. Okay, and guess what? Everything is lining up. So the NASDAQ is lining up with the buy signal. The sector is lining up here. Technology sector, we've got a buy signal right here. And guess what? We got the stocks, the technology stocks are also moving. We have more in Bullmaster and Heat Seeker for Bullmaster. We have more technology stocks than anything else right now. We have a ton of technology stocks. Okay, so there's definitely a move happening in technology. I mean, look at this here.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And it's like, it's like, okay, which one to get on, right? And that's what we want. We want to narrow everything. When it comes to our trading, we want to remove as much noise as possible and get right to the trade. We want to remove and we want to focus on only, look at this. I mean, we want to focus only on what's moving and what's moving the best. Not only what's moving, but what's moving the best. Because we could look at transportation that's moving, utilities, healthcare. I mean, there are other sectors, but boy, when we can identify, which sector that the money's flowing to right now, then it makes it makes our work a lot easier, right? And we, it's more profitable. We've got about 10 more minutes here. As a matter of fact, we should be, but I'll go another 10 more minutes here, because what I want to go over is Monster Scalper, and the ZAR pairs. So the ZAR pairs. So right now, and then we'll take a look at Bitcoin. So right now, the ZAR pairs, USD ZAR and EUR ZAR are the two top trending pairs right now, right? Earlier in the week, they were down in here, right? And we got in. We said, okay, we got in. We are no longer in the yen pairs. You guys know that, right? We're no longer in the yen pairs. And so the ZAR pairs, the two ZAR pairs, USD ZAR, that's the South African rand, okay? So the dollar rand and the euro rand, those are the two top trending pairs. I know we had, a couple of traders were concerned that that the price had retraced, or the buy signal was right here, and then the price retraced. And we said, well, just hold on. We don't have a buy, we don't have a sell signal yet. And that we also talked about that a lot of the institutions just anticipate a retracement. Every time we get a buy signal, always anticipate a pullback, okay? Because what a lot of times what the institutions will do is before they take the price higher, they will push the price down to not only stop out traders, but also to get a lower price, a cheaper price, right? So that's what they did. They moved the price down. This got out a lot of traders that had their stops in this area here. Okay, we never got a sell signal to get out. It held the support. Okay, it held support, never got a sell signal, and then price is moving higher now. Okay, we also talked about if you guys want to be aggressive, right? So there are these are white consolidating candles here. Okay, if it gives a sell signal, get out. But if it doesn't give a sell signal and we get a green bullish candle after the white consolidating candles, this is another area to add to our position. It's more aggressive, but it works out really well. And we talked about that last week. And guess what? It worked out really nice. Okay, so let's say we had an initial position in here. Our first position was here, right? Price retraced. We never got stopped out because we do not put stop losses, right? We do not put stop losses in this area here. We held, okay, held through the consolidation. Price held the support. We got a green candle after the consolidation. We could have added more to our trade here. Price moved up higher, and now we're in the trade. And this is a very good trade. So for the dollar ZAR and euro ZAR, those are the only two pairs we're in now. Okay, same thing. This ZAR is really moving. Euro ZAR, right? I mean, these pairs really move. So we bought here on this break of resistance right here. Price retrace. We held it, guys. We held it. So while most traders got out, we held it. We could have added more here. Price broke out. As a matter of fact, if you want it, you're really aggressive, you could have added, well, that's not even really aggressive, right? That's a reaccumulation right here. You could have added more here, and there the price is right up here. All right. All right. So this is a great trade. We didn't buy all through this here. We didn't get in. Now we could have shorted it on our short system here. So euro ZAR, we could have shorted it on the short side here. Okay, but we went long here. All right, so those are the top. We always want to be in the top trending pairs. So for Monster Scalper, guys, we always want, if we're not in the top trending pairs, we're doing something wrong. Yeah, so if we're not in the top trending pairs, out of all the pairs in Forex, these are the top trending pairs right now. We track about 40 pairs. So these are the top trending pairs. We want to be in those pairs, making money. As far as Bitcoin, and we'll stop at Bitcoin. Here was the buy signal on Bitcoin on a break of resistance. And you know that we get our support and resistance lines automatically through the system. So here was our resistance line, price broke resistance, give us a buy signal on Bitcoin at 45. We actually got in here on the reaccumulation phase at around 49, okay? And then we got out, we got a sell signal right here at 61,000 to sell, and we're out. Price made a move higher, okay? Price made a move higher, but we do not have a buy signal yet. So price move higher, move down. So guess what? We'll wait until we get a buy signal on a break of a resistance. So right now, Bitcoin is at 60,456. It dropped down all the way down to about 58,000. It doesn't look good right now. Okay, so Bitcoin is, let's see here, trend line is what I need. Okay, so here's a trend line right here. So we've got lower highs, lower lows. So price is moving lower. I anticipate, okay, based on the price action, that we will retest this support here at 58,000. So we'll retest this support line here at 58,000. And then the next support area, the next big support area for Bitcoin, if it breaks 58, 50 right here is a big mark here, right at 50. Where is 50? 50,000 is a big one right here. 50, where's 50,000? Hold on. Yeah, right here. You see this here, right here? That's a big one here. And then right at 55,000 is another one here, 50. Yeah, 55,000 is another big one here. But we'll see what happens. But we wouldn't touch it. We would just wait. That makes sense?
It looks like it's going down to a market down phase, right?
Yeah, so it's definitely in the it's in the redistribution, it's in the distribution phase. It's in the markdown phase. Okay. If it gets to this support here, and it breaks that support, that's redistribution. Okay, so if it breaks this support, so this is going to be the big support. If it breaks this support here, right, then that's redistribution. Okay, and just remember, you know, it's not a direct science, but remember that most cryptos will follow Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin goes, so will most cryptos, okay? Not all of them, but a lot of them will follow the price action of Bitcoin. So we want to know what Bitcoin is doing. So if Bitcoin is selling off, Bitcoin is in a markdown phase, we just want to be concerned because that will put pressure, a lot of pressure on the entire crypto market, okay? So just remember that. But, you know, right now, it's definitely bearish, okay? It's definitely bearish because it's not making new highs like it did here on this side. Remember, this is our buying side. This is where we should be buying on the markup phase. This is where we should be shorting or we should be out, okay? And it doesn't matter what our opinions are. It doesn't matter. Okay, we have to go with the price action. Yellow support and resistance, purple support and resistance, bullish, bearish. We have a sell signal, you should be out. Okay, I'm gonna see if we have a sell short signal on let's do here. I'm just curious. Okay, yeah, so we have a, and I'll leave this signal up here. So we do have a short signal to go short Bitcoin on a break of this support right here. You see that? You guys see that? Yeah. All right. Any questions? Otherwise, we'll call it a night.
Good class. Thank you so much, Dave.
All right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thanks a lot, David.
All right, guys. Take care. Okay. See you guys
Yeah.
soon.
All right, you
night.
guys have a good night.
You too.
Good
All
night,
right.
guys.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.